Blue curtains moving, light on the wall. Morning comes in without asking at all. I leave my shoes by the doorway, salt dried on the floor. The room is still quiet, but not like before. A cup on the table, my old little worries still hanging there. I open the window, let the air come through, and the sky looks familiar, but slightly more true. I thought I would find it somewhere far from me, at the end of a platform by the edge of the sea. But the softest answer was under my breath, waiting in silence with nothing to prove yet. I don't have to disappear to begin again. I can stand in this small room with the sunlight coming in. I don't have to disappear to begin again. I can let the blue hour end and still keep what it meant. There's dust in the sunbeam, a line on my hand, a half-written letter. I now understand, the mirror looks softer than it did yesterday. Like it knows I came back a different way. No thunder, no fireworks, no cinematic sign, just the sound of the curtain and this steady heart of mine. I thought I would find it somewhere far from me, at the end of a platform by the edge of the sea. But the softest answer was under my breath, waiting in silence with nothing to prove yet. I don't have to disappear to begin again. I can stand in this small room with the sunlight coming in. I don't have to disappear to begin again. I can let the blue hour end and still keep what it meant. Let the curtain rise, let the shadows thin, let the day come close, let the room breathe in. I can stand in this small room with the sunlight settling in. I was only learning how long dawn can wait. I don't have to disappear to begin again. This is where the morning starts, this is where I let it in. Blue curtains moving, gold on the wall. Salt on the breeze, gold on the sea. Morning unfolds quietly. The train is behind me, the shoreline ahead, a newspaper dancing along the cement. The cafes are opening, one chair at a time. The city feels softer beside the tide. A dog chases shadows across the sand, and nobody notices the shake in my hands. For so long I measured every step I made, but the ocean keeps moving without being afraid. The horizon is changing, the horizon is changing with every degree. And maybe that's enough for someone like me. Every wave writes something new in me, a line I couldn't read before. Every wave leaves a little more light scattered across the shore. I don't need to hold it yesterday like a photograph anymore. Every wave writes something new. And I keep walking forward, the fishing boats sparkle far out in the bay. Their engines are distant but pull in the day. I stop near the seawall, watching gulls glide low. The person I was then feels farther below, not gone forever, not washed away, just folded in two. who I am today. For so long I measured every step I made, but the ocean keeps moving without being afraid. The horizon is changing. The horizon is changing with every degree, and maybe that's enough for someone like me. No grand revelation, no dramatic scene, just sunlight arriving where the dark had been. A quiet understanding carried by the tide. Some things become clearer when you stop trying to hide. Every wave writes something new in me, a story I can finally trust. Every wave leaves a little more light where the old doubts turn to dust. I don't need to carry yesterday. Every wave writes something new in me, and I am ready for more. Salt on the breeze, gold on the sea, morning unfolds inside of me. Platform lights flicker, blue on the rail. Morning comes closer, thin as a veil. I reach the station with rain on my sleeve, ticket on my sleeve. Ticket in my pocket, the vending machine glows like a small blue moon. Two strangers are waiting in separate rooms. The train signs are humming. The train signs are humming, and something inside me starts moving too. I was walking slowly, now the track pulls ahead. Every quiet moment turns to steel and signal that I hear the city leaving softly from the past. The first train carries my name through the blue. I don't know the ending, I know what I'll do. Keep my face to the window, let the morning come through. The first train carries my name through the blue. One small heartbeat be coming to. I was still for a season, now I'm passing through. With the coast getting closer and the sky turning new. We slide past apartments with curtains half drawn. Someone is watering plants before dawn. A boy with headphones sleeps by the door. His reflection is drifting across the floor. The harbor appears. The harbor appears, and I feel less like leaving, more like going home. I was walking slowly, now the track pulls ahead. Every quiet moment turns to steel and signal that I hear the city leaving softly from the past. The first train carries my name through the blue. I don't know the ending, I know what I'll do. Keep my face to the window, let the morning come through. The first train carries my name through the blue. One small heartbeat be coming to. I was still for a season, now I'm passing through. With the coast getting closer and the sky turning new. Rails under rhythm, breath under sound. I let the old worry fall under true. I can move, sudden answer, let it open me to. Just water beside me and forward in time. I was still for a season, now I'm coming through. With the coast getting golden and the sky turning new. Platform behind me, gold on the rail. Rain on the pavement, blue in the air. Small lights are trembling everywhere. I pass the closed bakery, steam on the door. Someone left flowers near the second floor. The crosswalk is shining like polished stone. I move through the silence, but not alone. My shoes make a rhythm, the street answers back. A bus sighs softly at the end of the track. I don't know the way yet, but I like how it feels. The city is waking in silver and steel. Every corner bends. every window burns. I keep moving slowly as the blue hour turns. I follow the glass roads wherever they turn, through puddles of street lights and clouds overturned. I don't need the whole map, I don't need to be sure. This morning is opening one step more. I follow the glass road soft under my feet, where the rain leaves a mirror for the day I'm going to meet. The cyclist cuts past me with a coat full of rain. The tram wires are humming above the lane. There's a song from an upstairs window, half open wide. Just a few broken notes, but they stay by my side. I see my reflection split under my shoes. Not the girl I remember, not someone brand new. I don't know the way yet, but I'm done standing still. The morning is quiet, but it knows what it will. Every corner bends, every window burns. I keep moving slowly as the blue hour turns. Let the rain door carry the weight I kept. Let the gutters whisper, let the gutters whisper what I never said. There is no thunder, there is no grand sign, just a clean, wet street and a choice that is mine. I follow the glass roads wherever they turn, past the last blue shadow where the first gold burns. I don't need the whole map, I can move and learn. This morning is opening with every turn, where the rain leaves a mirror and I like who I meet. Gold in the air, small lights are fading, almost there. Concrete holds the cold from the night. Iron railings beaded with dew. I watch the harbor losing its sight in a blanket of silver and blue. The cranes are giants resting in line. The salt is heavy, the air is fine, with nowhere left to hide. The static shifts, the vapor thins, a subtle pulse where the life begins. I hold my breath to catch the change, watching the familiar turn to strange. Amber starts to bleed through the gray, marking the shape of the day. It pulls the shadows off the dark, still in rhythm of the clock. Amber starts to bleed through the gray. The harbor wakes in its own way. A glove sits lonely on a wooden bench, forgotten relic of the dark. There's a comfort in this quiet trench, before the city finds its spark. The water ripples black into slate. I'm leaning on the iron gate, just watching the current flow. The static shifts, the vapor thins, a subtle pulse where the life begins. I hold my breath to catch the change, watching the familiar turn to strange. Amber starts to bleed through the gray, marking the shape of the day. It pulls the shadows off the dark, stilling the rhythm of the clock. Amber starts to bleed through the gray. The harbor wakes in its own way. Let the light stretch wide across the cold, damp stone. There's a grace in the tide of being here alone.
Before the engines start their hum, before the rush begins to drum,
Amber starts to bleed through the gray.
waiting right here on the shore, mist on the water, gold in the air. I'm finding the balance in the beauty left there.
Blue on the windows, breath on the glass. Morning is waiting, quiet and vast. I step through the hallway, keys in my hand. The elevator hums like it understands. Streetlights are fading over wet stone. A newspaper sleeps by the cafe door. The sea air is colder than I thought it would be, but something feels lighter walking with me. No one is asking where I have been. No one is rushing under my skin. The sky turns silver slowly above, and as things are enough before the city wakes. Before the city wakes, I hear my morning begin in the blue between the buildings where the quiet lets me in. Before the first train calls, before the sunlight spills through, I find a softer version of the day I'm walking to. A taxi rolls empty past the harbor line. Headlights like candles, leaving gold behind. My phone has no message, my coffee turns warm. My phone has no message, my coffee turns warm. But I like this silence before the world forms. Before the world forms. A gull cuts the skyline, clean as a sign. And I stop for a second to feel time unwind. No need for answers, no need to run. The dark is not over, but neither am I done. The sky turns silver, softly above, and small things are enough before the city wakes. Before the city wakes, I hear my morning begin in the blue between the buildings where the quiet lets me in. Before the first train calls, before the sunlight spills through, I find a softer version of the day I'm walking to. Let the lights go pale, let the windows glow, let the tide move slow where the old doubts go. Before an ending wakes, I hear my morning begin. Not loud, not perfect, just steady under my skin. Before the first train calls, before the sunlight breaks through, I carry this quiet feeling into the day I'm walking to. The world is sleeping in a shadow frame. I'm walking circles, whispering a name. Indigo perimeter is turning gold, a story that is waiting to be told. I see the silver turning into amber. I feel the static finally start to climb. Open the windows, let the colors gather. We're stepping over the horizon line. The wet concrete is mirroring the peach. Everything is finally within reach. I watch the glass unfurl across the bay in the silent hush of the coming day. I see the silver turning into amber. I feel the static finally start to climb. Open the windows, let the colors gather. We're stepping over the horizon line. Between the shadow and the glare, a heavy sweetness in the air. Nothing moves and nothing stays, lost inside the golden haze. I see the silver turning into amber. I feel the static finally start pots lined against the rail. Morning breeze moving through the basil leaves. The city below still finding its rhythm. Steam drawing shapes between the both of us. The elevator door closed quietly, leaving only honesty. The rooftop stretched beyond the avenue. Satellite dishes catching drops of blue. You looked at me like there was something left. You were tired of not saying every unfinished sentence. Every pause we let remain was standing here beside us, waiting for a name. Meet me in the space we never named, where all the almost gathered but never stayed. No more circling around what we're afraid to say. Meet me in the space we never named. The church bells carried over neighboring streets. Laundry swayed above the balconies. Beneath the morning felt unusually still, like the city knew the deal. You traced a pattern on the concrete wall and finally let your careful defenses fall. Not with grand declarations or perfect lines, just a simple truth this time. No dramatic revelation, no impossible display. Just two people choosing not to look away. Me in the space we never named, where all the almost gathered but never stayed. No more circling around what we're afraid to say. Meet me in the space we never named. No audience, no spotlight glow, just distant traffic far below. A quiet laugh, a trembling breath, and every doubt begins to rest. The distance disappears between the words. Meet me in the space we never named, where all knowing ears is carrying us the same way. Meet me in the space we never named, and what we couldn't hold before is finally here to stay. The breeze moves softly through the vines. The city hums beneath the skyline. Two untouched coffee cups remain on the rooftop between us. Steel wheels singing through the morning air, windows catching pieces of everywhere. A quiet city waking slow, 3 stops after Harbor Avenue, 3 stops after Harbor Avenue. Sunlight moved across your sleeve, like it had somewhere to be. Outside, laundry floated from a line. Seagulls traced their signatures in white. You smiled when the tram leaned through a turn, and something in me turned. No fireworks above us, no grand design to see, just a conversation, finding room to breathe. You left color in the corners of my ordinary day, in the spaces between schedules where the hours drift away, like a song I wasn't searching for but somehow knew to play. You left color in the corners of my ordinary day. The conductor called another street. An old cafe released the smell of roasted beans. You told me stories from your week, and the city listened quietly. The ocean flashed between apartment walls. Children chalked bright circles on the boulevard. Every passing scene seemed rearranged, nothing looked the same. The distance felt much smaller than it did before we met. 1,000 little details I don't want to forget. One more tunnel, one more climb. Morning slipping softly into time. The doors keep closed, may close, but some connections travel farther than they know. I hear your laughter in the rails below. Footsteps echo on the pavement, morning climbing up the walls.
Somewhere church bells ring below me. Through the city waking calls.
I took the road above the harbor, past the gardens on the hill, past the corner bakery window, where the air was standing still. Sunlight painted every balcony, gold across the iron rails. A newspaper turns in the breeze, like a boat adjusting sails. I came here looking for a sign, something I could point to, something I could name. But every mile behind me has already rearranged the way I see the day. I crossed the street between then and now, didn't notice when, don't know exactly how. One step after another till the old noise faded out. I crossed the street between then and now, the sea the same somehow, but standing in this morning I can finally see myself around. There's a woman watering flowers on a rooftop painted white. She waves without a reason, and I wave back in reply. Taxi tires hum below me, morning traffic starts to rise. Everything keeps moving, but there's stillness in my mind. No fireworks above me, no grand announcement in the air, just a feeling settling softly like sunlight everywhere. I cross the street between then and now, the sea the same somehow, but standing in this morning I can finally see myself around. I cross the street between then and now, didn't notice when, don't know exactly how. One step after another till the old noise faded out. I cross the street between then and now, the sea the same somehow, the sea the same somehow, but standing in this morning I see myself around.
Baby change is quiet, belongs inside beneath the clouds. Nothing needs explaining, nothing needs escaping now. At Golden's rooftop, Silver Bay, I stand a little taller as the city starts its day.
Morning spilling silver on the bay, footsteps drawing circles, tide right something I can almost rate. And the city slowly breathes, coffee steam above a floating deck, ferries pulling ribbons through the glass effect. I watch reflections around the shore, like they've been here before. The schedules flicker underneath the sky, people moving with a reason in their eyes, and somehow I don't need to understand every detail of the plan. The water keeps unfolding, past every line I drew, a quiet kind of knowing is pulling me through. Every window on the water knows my name today, sending little flashes as the shadows drift away. Every window on the water knows my name today, sending little flashes as the diction I can play. No map inside my pocket, no prediction I can claim. Yeah. Bicycles are crossing over steel, sunlight paints the harbor with a warmer feel. A gull cuts a curve above the waking crowd, and the silence turns loud. I used to count the distance left to go, measure every current moving far below. Now I let the morning set the pace, and I settle into place. The shoreline keeps expanding beyond what I could see, 1,000 moving moments making room for me. Every window on the water knows my name today, sending little flashes as the shadows drift away. No map inside my pocket knows my name today, sending little flashes as the diction I can play. No map inside my pocket, no prediction I can claim.
signs, just piano echoes and passing lines. The harbor hums, the engines rise, and golden color in my eyes. For once I don't need certainty to know where I belong. Every wind on the water lights the way Morning rolling off the water, silver lines across the bay. Engines waking one by one now, pulling yesterday away. A gull cuts through the quiet sky, white against a warming blue. Fishermen are tying ropes, the market's coming into view. Someone flips the open sign, sunlight sliding down the storefronts like a hand begins to breathe. I can hear the city stretching, calling me to step right in. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and suddenly I know the road. Every corner turning bright, every signal catching light. No map folded on my seat, no hesitation in my feet. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and suddenly I know the road. Passing rows of painted vessels, rocking softly in their slips. Radio and harbor chatter, mixing with the rolling rhythm. Children riding toward the boardwalk, backpacks bouncing to the beat. Morning writes its name in motion on the pavement underneath. Every face a different story, every window holds a spark. What was distant in the darkness feels familiar in the heart. Salt air drifting through the dashboard, harbor bells across the tide. I don't need to rush the moment, I just ride past the cranes and weathered buildings, past the boats returning home. For the first time in a long while, movement feels enough alone. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and now I trust the road I hold. Every turn has brought me here, every mile made something clear. The morning isn't up ahead, it's all around me instead. The whole town hums beneath the gold, and now I trust the road I hold. Windows down on Harbor Road, sunlight dancing on the chrome. The day unfolds without a word, and somehow feels like home. Engines humming through the morning, ropes released into the tide. Salt and sunlight on the railing, a quiet tremble deep inside. Ticket folded in my pocket, names of places I don't know. Paint is peeling from the dockside, gulls are circling down below. People gather without speaking, coffee cups against the breeze. Everyone is heading somewhere, carrying their private seas. For so long I watched horizons from the safety of the shore. Now the water keeps unfolding like an unanswered door. When the shoreline disappeared, I finally knew my name. Not from where I've been standing, but from choosing something changed. The wake behind the ferry drew a line I couldn't erase. When the shoreline disappeared, I finally knew my name. Clouds drift slowly over islands, passing shadows on the waves. The city shrinks into a painting far beyond the harbor cranes. I can feel the weight get lighter, I can feel the weight get lighter with every mile of open blue.
Maybe certainty was never something I was meant to hold on to. Every mile rewrites the silence, every breath becomes more clear. There are answers in the distance that only move when I get near. No applause above the water, no dramatic turning scene, just the sunlight on the surface and the space between beliefs. I let the current carry what I no longer need. The sea keeps speaking softly through the rhythm underneath. When the shoreline disappeared, I finally knew my name. Not 'cause I'm the destination, but because I came. Every island on horizon feels less distant than before. When the shoreline disappeared, I stopped waiting at the shore. The wake behind the ferry still shines beneath the day. When the shoreline disappeared, I finally found my way. Morning stretches across the water, golden paths across the sea. The first ferry heading southward carries more than just me. Footsteps on the stone road, morning calling softly. Wooden stalls unfolding wide, fresh paint catching morning tides, baskets lined with orange stems, news rippers and flower stems. News are passing one by one, new whispers and flower stems, silver bells and rising sun, steam escaping from a cart, tiny stories about to start. Someone laughs across the square, someone lifts a folding chair. Every corner find its place, the whole street blooms before 8 o'clock. The whole street blooms before 8 o'clock, colors spilling from your little shop. Windows shining like they're keeping time. Windows shining like they're keeping time with the rhythm of another day alive. The whole street blooms before 8 o'clock. Faces gather while the city starts. Every moment open while the city starts. Every moment opening like a flower in the golden hour after golden hour. Children chasing pigeons near, old musicians tuning ears, fresh bread cooling by the door. People asking for a little more, salt wind drifting from the bay, carrying from the bay, carrying the start of day. Nothing grand and nothing planned, yet everything feels hand in hand. Conversations fill the air, threads of life connecting there. Simple things become enough, the whole street blooms before 8 will shock. Windows shining like they're keeping time with the rhythm of another day alive. The whole street blooms before 8 o'clock. Faces gather while the city starts, for a second ring while the city starts. Every moment opening like a flower in the golden hour after golden hour. Coins in coffee cups, footsteps crossing paths. The whole street blooms becoming part of the spark. What began as distant light upon the sea now is living in the people next to me. The whole street blooms before 8 o'clock, golden reflections resting on their hearts. And I find more wonder than I thought I'd find in the ordinary beauty of this time. Flower stands and painted signs, morning stretching down the line. Golden lines across the wing, silver clouds awakening. The city's fading underneath, boarding pass inside my coat, coffee cooling while we roll. Tiny harbor shrinking slow like a photograph I used to know. A sleeping stranger by my side, blue cabin lights and quiet eyes. The morning stretches far ahead, pulling colors through the edge. The coastline bends away, no need to make it stay. Something opens in the space between. Every mile paints a brand new morning on the glass, turning all the distant shadows into past. Then I'm learning how to trust what comes to pass. Every mile paints a brand new morning on the glass, golden rivers running through the clouds we pass. For the first time I don't need to look back across the map. Orange ribbons cross the sea, scattered islands underneath. Sunlight spilling through the frame, nothing here remains the same. The engine hum becomes a song, carrying my thoughts along. I let the silence gently lead toward the places I can't yet see. Above the weather, above the noise, the sky speaks softly without a voice. 1,000 rooftops disappear below, and all the roads I feared become aglow. Every mile paints a brand new morning on the glass. Now the scattered pieces finally overlap, like sunlight finding every corner of the day. Every mile paints a brand new morning on the glass, golden reflections dancing from the past. Now I carry the open where the future gently stands. Golden bands across the wing, morning wider than my dreams. Golden colors on the water, shadows fading from the street. The city slowly starts remembering how to wake beneath my feet. Coffee steam behind the glass, bicycles roll through empty lanes. A newspaper spins beside the harbor, caught inside the changing breeze. The ocean carries silver ribbons past the docks and weathered signs. I trace reflections on the pavement like messages I almost recognize. Every corner feels unfinished, every heartbeat pulls me on. Something waiting past the skyline, somewhere beyond the dawn. Every window facing east turns the morning into gold. Lines of light across the rooftops, drawing stories yet untold. I don't need the answers now, I just follow what unfolds. Every window facing east turns the morning into gold. Trail behind it, breaking diamonds through the bay. Children laugh outside the station while the clouds drift far away. I catch my face between reflections in a tower washed with sun. For a second I can see it. The person I'm becoming now, the person I'm becoming now. Every street begins a sentence, every step completes a line. The horizon keeps inviting what I haven't learned to find. Every window facing east turns the morning into gold. Lines of light across the rooftops, drawing stories yet untold. I don't need the answers now, only room for what's to come. I let the sunlight find me as the harbor breeze below. There's a comfort in not knowing where this road intends to go. Every window facing east turns the morning into gold. What once felt beyond my reach now feels closer than before. Opening around me like a map I can explore. Every window facing east turns the morning into gold. Every window facing east shows me more than it has shown. Not because the world has changed, but because I've finally grown. Golden colors on the water, morning dancing on the stone. Windows facing east are shining, and I'm not walking here alone.